and a very warm welcome back to the Gimme a Whole Year Wrestling podcast. My name is Ant, and this right here is...
Hey, I just met you, and this is Anthony, and here is my face. My name's Ollie.
What's that?
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy.
Yeah.
Here's my number, call me maybe.
Poppy song.
Carly Rae Jepsen, or Carly Rae something.
Something cool?
Maybe, I don't know.
I'm a Kiss fan. I mean,
yeah.
What am I going to know about that?
It's like super poppy.
Yeah, I don't even have my own t-shirt on today, but Ollie's got his on. If you want a t-shirt, you can buy them on Redbubble, as well as mugs and clock faces, I believe, as well. I mean, I'm going to get some Holy Chip icon made as well. I want a Holy Chip sign to hold up at some point as well.
Holy Chip.
That'd be cool.
We should get it for the live stream. So if something happens, we can
be like,
Holy Chip!
We're giving ourselves not very much time to be able to get it ready for the live team.
Just need to print out and laminate it, it'll be fine.
Print out a laminated chip.
Yeah.
You got a laminator?
Got a printer.
Oh, awesome. Halfway there. Rock and roll. Today we're looking at NXT UK episode 29.
Yeah.
The last episode in Blackpool, and it's a face versus face episode.
It is.
Lots of face versus faces.
Did you notice Walter's been added into the intro?
No, I didn't. Yeah. I was looking out for him and I didn't notice it.
Yeah, he's now, you know that bit in the music where it goes like, pa, and it goes, ba, 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 and it starts building again.
Yeah.
There's that like slack halfway through that I think used to be Pete Dunne hitting the ropes and doing something like that. It's now Walter doing a chop to Thingy Stars.
Have to watch out for that in the next episode. We've got comments on the last episode. Thank you so much for commenting so quickly on the episode. I'm pleased that people are watching it, and pleased that we've got some of the old guys that were watching us from the past re-watching us. Yeah, man.
Back with us after our little hiatus.
Absolutely. We've got Jamil914.
Jamil.
Who says it was Tegan Knox that was injured in response to the Rhea Ripley injury. Tegan Knox coming back and having a feud with Rhea Ripley. That'd be good. Yeah, absolutely. And it'd be a good way to build Rhea back up.
Yeah.
We do see Rhea.
And there's a story there already, isn't there?
Exactly, so it's good. I imagine Rhea would go over that in that?
Yeah, I think so. I think you have to, really.
Absolutely. Also, Manfred Bazarov, our friend Manfred, thank you very much for commenting. We do appreciate it. He says that I agree, lads. I don't understand why Killer Kelly keeps losing. Maybe they think that she isn't quite as polished as some of the others. She's more interesting character-wise than someone like Nina Samuels. Yeah. However, Nina Samuels is a much better wrestler than the matches so far would lead you to believe.
Yeah.
I mean, we can only comment on what we're seeing, obviously. Yeah, Nina's not really exciting us.
Not on NXT UK, no.
No, but I'm sure she is great.
She definitely is improving, or at least what we are seeing of her is getting better.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's fair to say she's improving as a wrestler. She might be an amazing wrestler, but what we are seeing
allowed to do more.
Yeah, exactly.
Matches, and we saw her in that match against... the Lana Austin. Yes.
Oh yeah, that was
ravishing Lana Stone Cold Austin. And she was, she carried that match. Yeah, to be perfectly honest. So I can understand why you'd say Nina Samuels is a talented wrestler. Let's rock on to the episode. Mark Andrews, who feels like he's wearing a lot of different ring gear for one taping.
He's got a lot, hasn't he?
Yeah, man, comes out in an orange number today versus Ligero in his Joker purple and green number. Straight into the match, nice running of the ropes early on with multiple reversals as well as several pin attempts, which ends in a sign. One. What did you notice that? They kept getting pins and it was just it was great.
It was great. Over and over again. I was like,
great.
How long will this go? It was good.
But the audience were into it. It was getting the audience into it. It was face versus face, and then as soon as they get up, they're like handshake as well afterwards. That's really cool.
Yeah, I thought it was. I enjoyed it. It was just funny that the ref was just going. Oh no! Sorry, the crowd were going one over and over again.
Have you seen that video of the ref where the crowd always count like one number ahead, where the ref actually just got messed up?
Yeah. He goes like, silly.
Great. The two move fast around the ring, but it's constant reversals. It's nice to see these two working together. There's a real nice one as Ligero is doing a handstand on the apron, which goes into a Hurricanrana attempt, but Andrews flips over and lands on his feet. Yeah. That was really cool. Not human, man.
No. I think the bit outside the ring felt a little bit contrived and a little bit like, oh, let's do this bit out and do that.
I don't think they needed to go to the outside of the ring. The two are so talented. And it tends to be a trope of every match so far, the whole going out of the ring. And these two are good enough to just use the ropes, you know.
Yeah, I think so.
But there we go. It was still a cool move.
Yeah.
Ligero gets a stunner through the second rope, which was sweet. A nice stomp on it too, followed by the standing corkscrew senton. Stundog Millionaire is delivered during a suplex attempt.
Saw this one coming this time.
Did you?
I did. I saw him go into the suplex and I went, Stundog.
I saw it.
Stundog.
I saw it. Yeah. And I think that's because there wasn't as much lifting involved in this match. So maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. As opposed to someone like Fabian Aiken,
who just throws him around all over the place. Yeah,
throwing him all over the place. Stundog Millionaire is delivered. I've already said that. Andrews rotates during the attempt to get the Stundog Millionaire. So the suplex, it was good, the way that he went up and then suddenly he ends up on the front of him. I mean, how do you do that? That was pretty neat.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Clever with Ligero as well, man.
Yeah.
Pump handle slam from Ligero looked wicked.
It was so good, wasn't it?
It was really good.
Really good.
Ligero delivers a Hurricanrana from the top rope, but again, Andrew lands on his feet. That sort of repetition of the same move, which is cool. An inverted Hurricanrana is what eventually spikes Ligero onto his head. Then we get the shooting star press. What was your reaction to this?
I was just like, oh, that looked painful.
My partner who was watching was that a botch?
Yeah, it looked really nasty.
So he does the shooting star press, lands on Ligero's knees, under his chin.
Yeah.
Looked like he's knocked his head off. But it was awesome.
I was checking his teeth.
Yeah, he was, yeah. It was cool. It was good. It was well sold. It looked violent. I like it. Ligero, they're calling it the C4L.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
No, neither do I.
What does that stand for? C4L. Are we missing something?
Maybe.
If you know what it is we're missing with that reference, please do say. Because I was thinking about it when I was watching. C4L, what does that mean? It's probably something really obvious that we're just missing, but... Kafal? No,
I don't know, man.
C for L.
Well, there's Leeds. It could be something Leeds.
Something for Ligero?
Oh, yeah.
Like Christmas for Ligero.
There's something really obvious it is, and we just don't have a clue, but that's what gets him the win, the springboard DDT.
Yeah.
Nice match. Crowd hot. Not hot at the start, built up throughout, and that's the problem with a first match. It's very difficult to get the crowd invested when we're just watching two great wrestlers going at it.
But I think it's a testament to them that the crowd were hot by the end.
Yes,
I think that, and I think they were fighting against the current with that. Yeah, and they still did really well.
Yeah, absolutely. But so I was going to talk briefly about Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey.
Yes.
I mentioned that briefly, and it's sort of topical. I believe it's the WrestleMania main event. And so that's obviously our WrestleMania main event, and we've talked about adding Charlotte into it. I've said there's a reason for that, and that she's a heel, and it's the same sort of thing in this match. Like, these two are incredible performers.
Yeah.
If not better than Rousey and...
But Lynch, the difference is, I think, is that like they're two incredible performances on the same kind of level in terms of fan babyface level. Like they both get the same reaction. Whereas like whenever we've seen Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey come to blows, Ronda Rousey becomes the de facto heel. Yeah. And I know WWE they like to determine, they like to specify who the heel is, not let the crowd do it.
Absolutely.
But in an actual WrestleMania match,
Reigns.
Yeah, exactly. But in if they have a WrestleMania match that is a singles match, everyone will boo Ronda Rousey and they will cheer Becky Lynch.
Here's another question for you: who's the best wrestler out of Ronda Rousey, Charlotte Flair, and Becky Lynch?
Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, I think she'll add a lot to the match.
She's the best wrestler, but I don't always think necessarily it's the best wrestler that makes the most interesting match.
Okay. Cool. Let us know what you think. I'd love to hear what you think on modern day WWE.
Because I think people just want to see Becky Lynch get her Mania singles match.
I get that. I get that makes sense in terms of story.
Reach the pinnacle.
But you can also have that with the win.
I suppose if she beats Flair and Rousey to be this, I guess, but I still just think
they might give it to Flair.
If they do, If they do, I'm gonna quit watching wrestling.
No, you won't, because you said that with probably Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar, and it still happened, and we still watched.
Brock won, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yes.
Mania,
Everyone
which was very strange.
Everyone was surprised. You watched Charlotte take that title.
Oh no!
Rock and roll. Back onto NXT 29. Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch next. Both say they have a match against Grizzled Young Vets in 3 weeks. Match you want to see?
Yes.
Yeah,
I do. Because I really like Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan. I really like Danny Burch. And I think that Zach Gibson and James Drake could have a good match with a pair of blow-up dolls. So I think it's going to be amazing. Yeah, I think
it's one of these matches that will mean nothing to the rest of the card, but it gives Drake and Gibson a great opportunity to have a really competitive match that doesn't have the build-up that's needed for
like a big feud one. Yeah, it gives them a really good match under their belt as champions and a good defense. I'm all for it. Interesting that Danny Burch said smack 7 bells of crap out of them.
Yeah.
I didn't realise they were allowed to say crap.
No, I didn't. I don't even know if we are.
Beep.
Yeah, like that's getting edited. Cool. No, it surprised me, but they seem to be doing that a lot with NXT UK, trying to find a language that fits the brand, and I appreciate that, to be perfectly honest. Stuff like Div. It works for me because it's very British. I
worry slightly though. I mean, I suppose the thing is, my worry was like if they're saying stuff like beep. If they're saying stuff like
you can say it. You've said it now.
Then is it going to turn off is it going to stop parents from letting their kids watch in the UK?
I don't think kids should be watching NXT UK anyway.
No,
they can watch the main roster.
I guess
it's
so.
colourful,
but you
characters.
want more. You want more eyes, as many eyes as possible, surely, on it.
No, to be honest, I want it to be a more mature product. And if they're heading that direction with it, and NXT UK becomes WWE's more mature product, I'm fine with that. It needs a more mature product, especially if AEW's a big thing.
Especially as their current mature shows are awful.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. The stuff they've got, which does have swearing and stuff in it, is like WWE camp, whatever it's called. Camp terrible show. It's called Camp Terrible Show.
I tried to watch it.
It's awful, isn't it?
Or Edge and Christian's podcast, which can really be up or down.
Hit or miss.
Really hit or miss. Pete Dunne interview next about what he thinks of Walter. He says he doesn't fear anybody and acknowledges that the time will come where the two meet face to face. Can't wait for that.
He's shown the necessary respect, but also kept the Pete Dunne cool, kept it short and sweet.
Not gone on and on and on.
I like it.
I like it. Zaya Brookside versus Candy Floss. Another face versus face match. So we just had the one face versus face.
What a weird setup as well.
Yeah, really weird. Match. There was a lot of sportsmanship in this episode. There was a lot of the sort of hand shaking and all that. We saw it in the first match, and it got a bit too much, especially having these two back to back. The two have a match which is them trying to hit a submission. It's constant reversals. It's okay, both talented, but there's no heat in the match at all.
It's much just like the same as the first one. Both very talented, good technical wrestling, but again, just like meh. Well done. But who cares?
Exactly, man. Head to the takedown, and Bulldog from Brookside sets her up for a Brooksy bomb off the top rope, which looked pretty cool.
Fine. It was pretty good. I did have one nice thought while this was happening, and it wasn't really necessarily to do with the match itself, but I just caught myself thinking, isn't it really nice that just when you get reminded that wrestling in WWE isn't just slaps and snapmares and bra and panties matches anymore?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like every now and again I catch myself and I go, this is actually wrestling. We're here now. And this is,
I'll tell you one thing that I was also thinking about while watching this match is that grapple wrestling. Grapple wrestling in the 90s and 80s certainly used to be two guys going into the middle of the ring, putting their hands on each other's shoulders and that.
Yeah.
And now, especially on NXT UK, and we've seen a lot of it. Do you know, like we talked about how they tend to be defining things in a certain way. This sort of technical style, which Johnny Gargano does a lot actually, is really becoming a trope of all the matches. I quite like it. I mean, it's more interesting than
just
that So quite enjoy it. I think it's a bit weird when it goes into someone like Walter, but It's fine. I quite like it. It's not giving us the entire match straight away and building it up.
I like it, but I want them to clearly define their tropes more, I think.
Yeah.
Like you just said with Walter.
Yeah.
I want to see I don't want to see Walter do chain wrestling. I want to see Walter just like
beat his way out of it.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Like, Jinny. Someone like Jinny's great with the sort of spikiness,
elbows and the thing. Like she's got that really well defined.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that there's too much. There's also, and I'm just going slightly off topic here, but like I think it's worth saying is I think, and I've said this I think quite a few episodes ago. I think people just need to be a bit more selfish. Like in the ring, there's so much of this, like, make everybody look strong, even when they're losing. It's like, but your biggest stars were built like on squash matches, on making other wrestlers look terrible.
John Cena,
John Cena buries everyone. Roman Reigns buries everyone. The Rock for a while buried everyone apart from Stone Cold. Stone Cold buried everyone at apart
from the Rock
and the Rock. You know, like Hulk Hogan buried every single person.
He's still burying.
But Hulk Hogan buries everybody constantly.
His cemetery is enormous.
But he's still one of the biggest wrestlers of all time. Every now and again you get someone who has like a really good balance of give or take, and I know some people will really disagree with me on this, but Triple H, I think he's lost more matches at WrestleMania than he's won.
Probably.
He's put over a lot of young talent, but he also has this credibility as this like kind of even though he loses so often
he does really
but he still has like this credibility as like an amazing powerful dude, like so I think like it can be done, but you've got to build the stars before you let them put people over. They
seem to be doing a lot of, I mean, they certainly did with Asuka, the undefeated streak, and that's more talked about, but you're right completely. It should be more about, like
got
building like Braun
stars.
Strowman who was on that sort of wave of momentum, and then they just sort of pushed it off, and then had him doing the Rhea Ripley thing.
That's the thing. How popular was Braun Strowman when he was just walking into a ring, destroying everything in sight, everybody in sight, and walking out again, and everybody loved it. They ate
and then
it
they
up.
started to turn it to grey and all and these dodgy finishes, and then
he, people team up on him, and he and then it's boring. But like, think how many matches we've seen where it should be a total like squash, or maybe not a squash, but it should be way less competitive than it is. And we get these like really competitive matches, and you go like, but now they both just look like either one of them could have won on a different day. Do you know what I mean? And that doesn't
weakens the product.
It doesn't elevate anybody.
No, it doesn't.
It just keeps everybody in this mire. That's why it's really hard to see a legitimate challenger to Pete Dunne. Because nobody has been booked in a way that makes you go, this guy. Like, we know, like, someone like Joseph Connors has the ability to do it.
To do a great match,
because he's been booked like dog.
Crap, you might as well.
Like, I go like, well, I don't buy him as a credible threat. Like, and they need to sort that out.
No, I get exactly what you're saying, man.
Sorry,
so speaking, no, that's all good, man. So speaking of someone that's been booked like
dog beep
crap, Rhea Ripley comes in and takes out her frustrations on both women, locking Zaya in the standing cloverleaf, spinning around for a bit. This is what we wanted to see, and this is what the match was about. It was all building up to this, but that actually lessens the impact of the match in total. You know, I mean, it doesn't matter about Zaya and Candy Floss at all.
They built Zaya up loads, and like they were like for the last 2 weeks they've been going, "Hey, she's back," and then she just gets like demolished by
which I'm fine with. But I didn't need the match in the first place. I just wanted to see her get demolished. It would
have been cool if they'd have just done it at the beginning of the match. They'd have come out.
I still think the head through the door when the backstage is cracking idea.
I do think though Zaya, she could be the perfect underdog face for when like Toni Storm eventually moves on to the main roster or whatever.
For Jinny or Rhea.
Jinny or Rhea. Like, she could be like amazing.
She could be. And Millie McKenzie's great as well. I want to see Millie McKenzie again, actually.
Yeah, she was good.
Toni Storm's music plays and comes in to save as she hits a massive headbutt on Ripley. She goes for a second, but Rhea drags Zaya into the way. Toni headbutts her by accident.
And Zaya just dies.
Yeah, nice pop. Like it. Really good.
Yeah.
Kicking a riptide leaves Ripley standing over Toni Storm. I wish they'd gone a bit further.
Just had a look.
I wanted to see her pick her up, do another riptide, put her in the standing cloverleaf, and Toni Storm's lifeless body to be left upside down as officials dragged him up.
Yeah.
That's what I would.
Be nice.
I really want to see someone in that cloverleaf passed out.
Yeah.
More than
just
anything.
like hanging limply. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be great, and I think it'd be really, really exciting, and it'd be a great image. And that's perfect now with Tony Storm.
Perfect fodder for their promo packages as well.
Absolutely. That's how to build for feuds.
Yes,
I mean,
much better.
Rhea shouldn't be asking for a rematch. We shouldn't have had that segment on the last episode. No. It should have just been this, and this would have been a much better way of doing it.
Absolutely.
Completely overshadowed the match, but these are the top stars in the division, and that's why we've got this break between them. Next up, a Jordan Devlin promo who teases a match between someone who's turned his back on NXT UK in a match against Noam Dar. He's turning the back on the NXT UK thing. I don't mind it. I didn't mind it here. Yeah. I know he sort of said it was awful with Banks because it sort of come out of nowhere, but if it's going to be his thing...
Of like, you
desert the company.
Yeah.
And we've seen... how that can lead into something different with Banks. That's quite good.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem. I thought the promo was quite strong all the way through until he got to his catchphrase. And it's something I've noticed before is like I really don't think he likes that thing. I think he's been told to say, "You're never bet against the A's." Yeah, because every time he goes to say it, he just like all of his charisma oozes away. And he loses all his confidence, and he suddenly looks really uncertain in what he's saying. It's really interesting. Like the whole promo, he was like, and he was really into it. And then he gets to the end and he goes, and that's why you never bet against the Irish Ace. Then it just ended really lamely.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
That's disappointing. But I don't think he likes it.
No, I'd agree with you.
Although, why would you?
Well, yeah, I mean...
It's terrible.
Yeah, he feels like a bit of a mixed bag of gimmicks. We'll give him the gambling thing just in case he needs it. We'll give him the...
Your Irish thing.
Yeah.
We'll give him the trained by Finn Balor
thing. By Finn Balor, It's a lot of gimmicks that they're actually throwing at him, and I just think they need to find the one that sticks. But I quite like how that one was working, where there was building into Noam Dar as a deserter of the company because he hasn't had a match since Pete Dunne.
Yeah.
In episode 6 or something like that. Really early on. Connors versus Wild Boar next. Connors, he hasn't grown into that coat, has he?
No.
No.
It's another different coloured giant coat, and I don't really get it.
No.
I mean, I wear baggy clothes, but
that's not baggy, man.
That's like it looks like he's like a 12-year-old boy wearing his dad's dinner jacket.
It is, man. And then Wild Boar had his swimming cozy on, for want of a better word. He had like scratches down the side. It looked like he was sponsored by Monster Energy drink. It really did.
I'm so done with Wild Boar, and
I do like him.
This is the thing, I like him.
Yeah.
But he got that reintroduction. Do you remember? He had the video package and he got reintroduced, and then he won a match, and then he tagged with Primate, and then he lost, and then we didn't see him for ages, and now he's back and losing again. I was like, what was the point in reintroducing him in the first place? There's no reason for it.
But they're spending time building everyone else up, and I think that this match is completely about Connors anyway.
It was super weird though.
It was a bit of a weird match.
So weird.
It was a weird match. Connors comes out hot, but Wild Boar releases back. Wild Boar comes back with a release toss, followed by the back senton. After Connor pulls at Wild Boar's arms, he tosses him back into the ring and gives Wild Boar the most almighty wedgie I think I've seen on WWE for a long time. Did you notice that pork loin of Wild Boar, which was hanging out?
I try to keep my eyes raised above that part of his anatomy.
Dude, the crowd, like on that side. And then the cameras did a good job of hiding it, but I noticed that wedgie and appreciate the wedgie as well. Sexy. Look at me. You're not taking it away.
Taking what away?
I don't know, man.
What
are you on about?
So much through
what are you taking away?
I had no idea what he was talking about. I wonder whether they told him, like, the commentators will be talking about this. They'll say, like, maybe. Backstage you said this.
And then
for some reason that never didn't get communicated. Because he was talking about it, he's like, you're nothing, you're a pussy cat. I was like, what?
I don't know, man. I just don't know.
He was going to go with the Wild Boar thing. He should have said you're a micro pig.
maybe they filmed some sort of promo backstage and it just never aired.
And
so
they just
the whole in-ring
so
shouting
no context.
Made no sense.
You're not taking away Maybe you just forgot.
It was funny. Ball hits an inverted senton to Connors whilst he draped over the second ropes. Connors looked like he bent his back in half at that one point. It looked really good. You're a pussycat. You're not taking this away from me.
You're a pussy.
You're a pussy cat. Yeah, whatever. Let's not look too deep. Maybe I don't even want to think what the promo was. Maybe it was like him playing with some pig teddy or something. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. Pop-up powerbomb for his trash talk was good.
Yeah.
Sunset bomb off the top rope was pretty neat. Don't look.
And then the commentators say down.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really make any sense if you're I guess he's trying to get the crowd to say down, maybe.
Eventually.
But I guess the point is he's saying down.
I tell you what, the American audience is not saying down if he plays in the Phoenix one. I don't know if you've seen any of the next episode, but
I have.
Yeah, they're not saying down.
No. It's amazing, like, to see. Like, we'll talk about
go into it in the next episode. So stay tuned for that.
It's so good, though. Like, just. Boom.
I don't even know if Manfred and Jamil are like American. They might be really offended by
No, it's nothing to do with it. It's just the fact that it's very clear they don't know who the UK wrestlers are.
Well, they must
so
know
like Jinny comes out and like she goes, "Oh, this is the next." I'll talk about this the next one.
Yeah, cool.
It's just boo. It's so good. I can't wait to talk about that.
It's going to be fun. So stick around. If you've not already subscribed, hit the ring bell and we'll let you know when that comes out. And it's going to be soon because we're releasing these very quickly.
Yeah.
Also, don't forget on Wednesday, if you can hang around about 30 minutes after the episode's been live, we're going to come on live and do our review of it where we'll try and take in a few comments as well as we go through it. Bit of a different episode. Give it a try. We can't do it every week because we work at different times and it's mental. But this week, we're both free.
Yeah.
So we're going to get all these out before Wednesday. So stick around. Sorry, just going into that. Yeah, DDT, don't look down. Connors gets the win.
Yeah.
It was an okay match. There was no reason for it though.
Yeah, it's just again
Connors
this thing of
talking.
Like, Connors doesn't look strong coming out of it because, the guy that gets beaten by everyone had a quite competitive match with him and nearly beat him a couple of times.
Yeah, and here's the other thing. Like, we've just seen 2 face versus face matches, and here we have a heel versus heel match.
Is Wild Boar a heel?
Sort of. But Wild Boar just is one week and isn't the next.
Yeah, I don't feel like either of them have a very strong face or heel dynamic going on.
No, which is mental considering we're saying that about Joseph Connors. It's just so good.
It's just another case of just a match for no reason other than to be like, we've got these wrestlers on the books.
So we need to get them out there.
Come out there with no story, no build whatsoever.
We see Joe Coffey training with Mark Coffey. This is still our Kingdom, which it doesn't really feel like anymore, but I still quite like it. They have some filming in Glasgow soon as well, which is going to be great to see how Gallus's reaction is in Glasgow.
Yeah, they might feel like a really big deal there.
A video package of Jinny prior to an interview with Radsey. Jinny was great here, man. Like, straight away she tells Radsey
that he's ugly.
He's ugly.
Oh.
And that if he's that ugly, he needs a better wardrobe to offset that ugliness.
Yeah.
Great. His face is hideous and we need a distraction from it. It's great. Radsey makes up for his lack of fashion ability by asking a very deep question, which was, what do you make of the women's division here? The kid's got now, has he?
Who cares? Who cares? It's a terrible question.
Yeah, Jinny picks herself up in the women's division, even congratulating Tony, which was nice, but then blames Tony. No, I liked it. I liked the...
I just thought it was weird that she went, oh yeah, no, they're all really good, and Tony's really good, and congratulations, but I hate you. It's like... Okay.
Yeah, it could have been, maybe the 10 could have been more defined. I quite liked the putting on, she's putting on good matches. I'm going to acknowledge that. Yeah. But I also feel like I'm number 2 and I'm not number 2. I'm number 1 and I'm going to take that from you.
Yeah.
I quite like that.
It was nice finally, I guess, to see a wrestler go, she has beaten. Like she was going, every time I run up against Tony, she stops me.
Yeah.
And it's only a matter of time until she can't anymore. And I like that as a thing.
This will be good. I think their feud's going to be great when it gets to it. Ashton Smith versus Joe Coffey.
My first note on this, and I wrote it before they even came out. No, it was, who cares?
Who cares? Well, the reason for it is because Ashton Smith can looks okay in the ring.
And oversells like The Rock
certainly
at prime
does
Rock overselling.
He really does.
Jesus.
So I understand that, but it's also to build up Joe Coffey after his loss versus Pete Dunne, and that's why. So I get it.
Yeah, I guess. I just...
Right, whoop, whoop,
whoop, whoop, whoop,
right.
whoop.
Here's something I noticed.
What?
So the crowd.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop. It looks like they're at a Nazi roundup.
It does. It genuinely does. I'm so glad someone else has noticed that.
Never put Ashton Smith against Marcel Barthel.
No. No, definitely don't do that.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah,
Galaxy. Oh, man. Yeah. That's just...
They've not thought that through.
No. It's rubbish.
Imagine someone who was deaf watching that.
I know, right?
Just watching it going,
what the devil's going on here?
What the beep are they doing?
Gallus looks hot when they come out, angry. I really like that, actually. It felt like Gallus were back and ready to reclaim the kingdom. I thought
Wolfgang's
that was good.
done dressing like he's
dressing
on a
like
Miami
a
holiday.
child or Andy from Toy Story.
Yeah. He's back in his leather again.
Shoulder badge from Coffey at the start of the ring. That was quite funny. It was supposed to send Ashton. Supposed to send him out of the ring. He didn't sort of fall right, and then he was like, "Oh no, I've got to sort of edge my way across the ring." Yeah, fumbling around.
I really don't.
No, I don't really
like Ashton.
No,
Smith.
I don't like him. He annoys me.
I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry, Ashton, if you're watching this. I just can't stand
Ashton's
you.
not watching this. No one watches this. Coffey
Manfred
and Jamil, you guys rock.
We love you.
Coffey gets his double-armed push. I really like that. It's nice to see that back again, actually, to send Ashton into the barrariade.
Again,
it's nice
the sell on the hat.
It was
he jumped before he hit him. I was like, what's he doing?
It's nice to be reminded, though, why Coffey was in that title. I mean, obviously we've come off the massive botch match with Pete Dunne, but it's nice to be reminded.
Wasn't representative of how good those two actually are.
No, it wasn't. No. He was still yelling, "This is mine," which is a shout which makes sense. I understood that one.
Doing this way too much, though.
Every
single bit. The funniest thing is at the end of the match, the ref is like trying to stop him from beating up Ashton Smith, and he grabs the ref and goes, "This is my kingdom." It's like you don't need to tell everyone that all the time.
He just goes around, right? This dude goes into Asda or
my
Morrison.
kingdom.
just with his trolley walking around, just looking at old ladies, going, "This is my kingdom."
It's like, what's wrong with you?
Wasn't weird.
Goes into Greg's. This is my kingdom. Like, no, this is Greg's.
How can I help, sir?
I just don't know why he feels the need to tell everyone.
I get it. I get it. At least I get it.
It's like they go backstage when they had the backstage segment, and he was like doing those really weird punches with Mark Coffey or whatever the other guy.
My favourite bit of Gala section was where they were just selling drugs outside and
sitting on the wall
in the car park.
Carlos are really funny, actually. It's the punches though, where he's going like, right, we're gonna do something like punches, and then goes like does this really high punch and goes like, all right, now you. It's like, what are you training there? Like,
well, they've got to keep within shot is the problem.
Yeah.
They can't actually do anything.
They're not doing boxing punches. No, I know. They're not doing the 1-2. He's just like kind of going, all right, yeah, I've done one. Now you do one. He's
prepared for this match. So
oh my god,
his kingdom. Leave him alone.
My kingdom. All right, Joe. Back to bed. He'll be like 85, like in a retirement home, going, yeah, but it's just my kingdom. All right, Joe, have your meds. Oh god,
free up space. I wonder if this episode's even going to record. I hope it does, because it's been great so far. Let's just bash through it and then find out if it has. Cobra Clutch went on too long, ends in a bear hug, which Coffey rams Ashton into the turnbuckles. That was pretty neat. Smith eventually gets a little momentum, and they sell the fact that he has an injured eye, so it must be his blind side that he's hitting. Like that.
That was good.
Coffey ends up turning a turnbuckle attempt into a German, followed by a discus lariat for the win.
Yeah.
This was needed, man, to keep him strong.
I guess so. Yeah.
I mean, that's why it's there.
And if you want someone to make you look like $1 million, have someone who'll do backflips for no reason when you hit them, I suppose.
I don't know if that makes him look good or not.
Yeah.
Gallus come down to congratulate Joe, and Marks walks on to the next match with music playing. I like that.
Yeah.
Nice, symbiotic. I'm just going to talk rubbish, so I'm not even going to say out.
Right.
Walter versus Mark Coffey is next.
Yeah.
Mark Coffey.
Yeah.
Which, these mugs, you can...
Buy from Redbubble.
Mark starts off with a chop, which Walter can't believe.
Yeah. He's like, you're going to play this game?
Really?
It's a dangerous game to play.
Okay, we'll go. Then Mark dodges the first one, which I was really good, but he couldn't dodge the second one. Bang!
Bang!
Bang! The chop went off. Everyone thought that Mark was dead. It was good. Mark got a lot of offense early on, including a long arm stretch, but it doesn't matter as Walter powers out of it, turning the tables. Walter then absorbs Mark's clothesline and delivers an awesome German, followed by a big boot in the corner, where he lifts him up and then just stands on his face in the corner on the turnbuckle. That was really neat.
Yeah.
There was a nice insecurity from Mark Coffey, actually. I thought Mark did a decent job in this match.
He looked really good.
He did. Actually, he looked a lot better than he has done.
Yeah, well, they gave him actually some time to shine and do more than 2 moves.
And it was a slow-paced match, but it sort of worked for what we needed. Walter sets him up with a double drop kick for the powerbomb.
Yeah.
It was a good match.
Yeah.
It wasn't... Walter, I think, is going to work better with your Jack Stars, or Mark Andrews is going to be amazing when that happens. You know?
I just think more selfish booking is required. Like,
yes.
Mark got so much offense in, and really Walter didn't do a lot. I actually think it was a better showcase for Coffey than it was for.
I agree.
For Walter.
I agree. But I enjoyed it. It was.
Do you notice that Mark Coffey's beard disappears into his chest hair? You can't actually. There was a shot which showed him front on.
So does mine.
Does it?
Yeah.
It was a shot that showed him front on, and you couldn't distinguish where his beard stopped and his chest hairs began. It was like.
I'm hairy from head to toe, brother.
Oh yeah, I'm not weirdly. I've got like a really beardy face, and then like I'm very like I've got a bit of chest hair, but not much.
Calm yourself.
My back is like it looks like I've been waxed, but
I really? I look like I've got angel wings on the back. Rock and roll. That's the end of the pay-per-view. The Walter match, it was good. It wasn't the best. I'm
looking forward to more.
I'm looking forward to more. It leaves us wanting more. I think that's the important thing, and so it's probably done its job. Yeah. Get star rating for this pay-per-view episode?
2 stars.
Yeah. It wasn't even that. I think it was 1 3/4, maybe 1.5. It was solid. It was okay, but there wasn't. It was more about a single person in each match. I think is the problem.
Yeah. And sometimes not even the people involved in the match.
Exactly.
And sometimes neither of the people involved in the match.
No, but I enjoyed Jinny's promo. That was good.
Yeah.
And best match. I think Andrews and Ligero, I think I'll give it to. I enjoyed that match more than the others, I think. And I recognise the skill from both of them. So
yeah, agreed.
I think so. And have you got a best performer in this pay-per-view?
Mandrews,
I'd say Mandrews again.
Mandrews is always
great. He seems to get it all the time.
Yeah, he's just very good
really
there, isn't he?
He is really good.
Do we have a holy chip moment?
Holy chip.
I think.
No, I've got it.
Yeah.
It's Jinny putting down Ratsy, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the biggest burn of the night.
Yeah, he needed some cream for that.
You are ugly.
Yeah.
You are
and unfashionable. Not only are you ugly, you're also.
Let's see if you've got the charisma to ask me a question.
And then he doesn't. I don't think Ratsy's ugly. I quite liked his suit as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
You clearly
but I do think his question was terrible.
It was awful. Thank you so much for joining us on tonight's episode. You guys have been awesome for keeping up with all these videos.
Just thought I'd do.
That's all good, man. Thank you so much for watching. Please join us in our next episode. Subscribe to the channel. Go hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, social media, Instagram, maybe, if that exists. If Tom's done it. Who knows?
Hit the subscribe button, which is down there somewhere, and then hit the little ring bell.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Ding a ling, ling, ling.
Notificated. You can get notificated.
Notificated.
I'm
going to have a drink before we film the next episode, by the way.
Are you? Good. Yeah. I'll endeavour to do the same.
Hey, this episode's been fun. The next one's going to be great.
Yeah.
Keep it gay.
It's just going to be me passed out.